Welcome back. So this week we reported home sales ramped up as the school year ends. You know, folks looking for homes, doing the moves during the summer.
Yeah, people like to move when the kids are out of school,
right,
which makes sense, or move up in a house, move school district. So Trevor Halpern here is the CEO of Halpern Residential at North & Company, joining us with the very latest. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me. Thank you.
All right, so at the end of the pandemic, we were crazy white hot in a way that I don't think this valley has seen, at least since I've been here in 30 years. Then it slowed down. Where are we now?
We're bouncing off of the bottom. If you look statistically, December was the bottom of our market. So we did lose value at the end of last year, and now we're coming back. We're seeing, just from the beginning of this year, about a 3% increase in pricing.
Are you seeing some people come to you and say, it's summertime, this is a good time for us to move, our kids are out, at school's ending soon?
Yeah, seasonally, we always see this. We see people want to move during the summer, right? It's convenient, as you mentioned, for kids and families to uproot and move during the summer. So what we see is right as school ending, everyone loses focus on homes. They go out of town for a week or so, hit Memorial Day, come back and start getting active again in the marketplace.
I see, in June.
So June might be really hot.
Yep.
Okay, so there are a number of different factors at play here. Let's talk about a few of these things. 18% decrease in the number of homes under contract, right in the middle there. That's the supply that's out there. Why are we seeing such a low number of homes available right now?
Yeah, people are having a difficulty with the idea of exchanging a low interest rate for a higher interest rate. So people are holding on. They're not selling their homes unless they really have something tied up on the back end, or unless there's a real need driving them. The want market is kind of dried up. The need market is very strong.
But competition for listings, though, that is heating up. Because I remember there was at one point in time in the last couple of years, you'd drive through neighborhoods and maybe you wouldn't see signs like this. They were far and few between.
Yeah, and competition is there, right? A home that is nice, that is priced right, we're seeing multiple offers across all price spectrums. I have multiple offers for a buyer on a $300,000 listing last week, and I've seen it up to $1.4 million. So we're seeing it all over the place.
Okay, so let's say that you're one of those people and you're at a want at this point. What could you do to get the maximum amount from your home? Let's say you've got a few $1,000s to play with here that you want to kind of spruce it up. What would you do to make your house as desirable as possible?
Yeah, one, thin it out, right? Look at your home, take out about 30% of your belongings, make it look really good for photos. Interior and exterior paint, huge bang for the buck. It feels fresh, smells fresh, and then little pops of color on the outside. Spruce your outside, plant some seasonal flowers, trim some bushes, make sure the curb appeal when people drive by and spot check your home when they see the sign in the yard, make sure it looks really good.
Arizona has historically been big with real estate, right? It's always been one of those big industries in terms of our economy. And so when we follow real estate, we always go, okay, is this a buyer's market or is it a seller's market? What are your thoughts on where we stand right now?
Right now, statistically, solidly a seller's market. We are seeing that supply-demand gap is applying pressure on the market in favor of sellers.
One of the things that has impacted this, you mentioned it earlier, are interest rates. And you were saying there's something happening. Is it tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow we've got
tell us what's going to happen.
Yeah, we've got a round of government reporting. And the analysts that I'm following, especially the mortgage analysts, are expecting that this reporting is going to apply downward pressure on mortgage interest rates. So we may see a drop. I'm not sure how much. We may not see it, but everyone is looking through this lens and predicting that we're going to see a downward pressure on mortgage interest rates.
Where are we at right now, average interest rate?
30-year fixed, well-qualified buyer, 6.25%, 6.5%.
Right. And you were saying once we get down in the fives, something happens with buyers and they think, okay, I can make this happen.
That's right. There's something about seeing as lenders call it, a five handle. When you're in the fives solidly, we saw this about a month and a half, 2 months ago. As soon as we got into the fives, we saw more buyers release into the marketplace.
It's interesting too when you look back like the 1970s or 80s, and we get upset the fact that we see some of these rates rise, but they were so much higher back then.
They were excessively high, some 18, 19%. You look back at the 50 years.
19%?
Yeah, back in the day. I know,
heart jump a little bit.
Who could afford anything?
Right.
But it applied downward pressure on pricing. But you look back over the last 50 years, the average 30-year fixed rate is somewhere around 7.9%. So right now, we're sitting very historically nicely.
Trevor, how can people get a hold of you if they want to?
Sure, thank you. They can call me at 602-595-4200. They can just Google my name, Trevor Halpern.
Trevor Halpern. Thank you, Trevor. Good talking with you.
Thank you.
Yeah, nice to have the housing market come back a little bit. I know. Thank you. Appreciate it. All right.